Hey y'all, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Dee and this is Dee's Reading Lounge, where I'm sharing my love for reading at my own pace. So this is a start of a new vlog. I just picked up the camera. I don't know what I'm going to be doing in this vlog. It's going to be related to lifestyle and reading. Let me tell you what I'm currently reading right now. I am still reading this book. I started this book at the near the beginning of the month, and I have been reading it all month long. I've just been taking my time with the book because it is a lot to unpack. So I did do a reading vlog which would be posted before this one, so you'll see this one way after I post my reading vlog on this book. But this is my first read by this author, Daniel Black, and it won't be my last. I am so enamored with his storytelling and his writing that I think I will be reading another one of his books soon, just because I want to get a feel of if he is someone that I truly like, because I don't think that you can truly know if you're going to really like an author until you've read several of their books. Like, I know I love Beverly Jenkins. I've read like 3 of her books now, right? 3 books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4? Yeah, 4. I think I've read 4 books actually by her. So I definitely know that she is one of my favorites. So this is my first by him, and I heard that his newest book, Isaac's Song or something like that, that might be the first book, Don't Cry For Me, either one of those, everybody has raved about that book. And so if it is anything like this, very layered, character-driven storytelling that you can relate to, okay, as a black person, because he's a black male author. If it's anything like that, then I know I'm going to like the book too. So I want to read one of the books that I don't hear anybody on the internet talking about. I don't remember the name of it right offhand because I don't have it physically. I do have it as an ebook. I will be reading that one soon because I think that is a fiction as well. So I'm going to read that one next, and probably another book. I don't have any more books by him. So I'm not buying books right now, but I may check one of his books out at the library if I can fit it in. Okay, I had to turn around and make sure my dinner is not burning up. But yeah, so by half of the year, I want to have some favorite authors, because right now I have one favorite author, and that's about it, y'all. That's about it. Yeah, so really loving this one. If you have not read this one, what are you waiting for? This one is so good. Yeah, it is heavy. What the mama did in this book, I've never heard of anybody doing anything like that, but it does talk a lot about gender identity, gender roles, and I'm sure a lot of transgender people can relate to what's happening to the main character, which is Perfect. Yeah, Perfect. They're dealing with the same type of issues, and it does open your eyes at looking at that a little different, or people who are struggling with that a little different. That's why it's good to read things like this. Anyway, I think my food is burning up, y'all. I'll see you in the next clip. Hey y'all, so it is the Memorial Day holiday, and I'm on my way to travel back home to Virginia, and I thought I would quickly sit down and share what I'll be bringing with me for entertainment as far as reading. And so you guys know that I just finished reading my first Daniel Black novel, which was Perfect Peace. I gave it 5 stars, and so I really do want to read more of his work, but I wasn't anticipating reading anything like immediately right after reading Perfect Peace. However, I just realized that the book is very short, and to be honest, when I do go back home, it's all about family time. It's really not about reading and things like that. The only opportunity I really have to read when I go back home is like in the evening when I'm getting settled for bed and things like that, or like early in the morning. So that's probably when I will be reading, and I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of reading. So this book is perfect because it's only 228 pages, and I have it on my Kindle. Now, my Kindle has not been getting any love for quite some time. I've just been physically reading books. I don't know what it is about this Kindle that does not make me want to pick it up. I don't typically buy books full price on my Kindle. The most I will pay for a Kindle book is $5. $5, just because I feel like it's a waste of money to buy a book on a Kindle when it can be snatched away from you. The most I will pay for a Kindle book is $5, $2.99, and sometimes I can get them for free. And I have a good catalog on here of books that, you know, were not a lot of money. So I think I bought Daniel Black's book for $1.99, and I think the Kindle is doing some type of update, so I can't show you the cover. But while it's updating, let me go ahead and show you how I decorated it. I did this during Black History Month. I bought some stickers, and I just put some Black inspirational stickers on the back. I don't anticipate changing it anytime soon because I love the way this looks. And it's just a black front, clear back, and then I've got the stickers like physically on the Kindle itself. Okay, so the update is complete, and so let me show you the book by Daniel Black. This is what the front cover looks like. It's called The Coming. It's a novel, and this is another heavy topic, but I'm looking forward to seeing how this is written. Lyrical, poetic, and hypnotizing, The Coming tells the story of a people's capture and sojourn from their homeland across the Middle Passage, a traumatic trip that exposed the strength and resolve of the African spirit. Extreme conditions produce extraordinary insight, and only after being stripped of everything do they discover the unspeakable beauty they once took for granted. This powerful, haunting novel will shake readers to their very souls, part homage to the proud and diverse culture of Africa, part nightmare of the people stolen from their land. The Coming seduces us with poetry, then breaks our hearts, but ultimately inspires us to celebrate the indomitable souls of humanity. Now, when I was reading Perfect Peace, that is exactly how I felt about like the ending. It tore me up. It tore me up. But even though what happened at the end of that book was very sad, it was very sad, I felt put back together because I felt like Perfect was going to be okay. Perfect was going to be okay. There was hope. It was hope even in the midst of that traumatic thing that happened. Yeah. So I really like how he writes. I've only read one book, but hopefully I like this one too. And so that's what I'll be reading on my little trip. And then I'm going to be reading this book, primarily because it's on audiobook, and I do have it checked out through Libby for another couple days, so I need to get to it. And if I were to be honest, I'm not going to be reading a whole lot. So this is perfect to listen by audio. I doubt I'm going to finish it because I'm only going to listen to it while I'm driving. And then once I get home, I will pick the book back up after I finish reading The Art of Scandal, because I really hate skipping around. I'm the type of person that likes to finish what I started. I feel some type of way if I don't finish what I started. So I know I'm doing the most with these books, but just to keep me in the reading mood, I guess, that's what I'm doing, because I don't want to get in another book slump, because I've got too many books staring at me that I've spent my hard-earned money on, looking at me like, you spent your money, you need to be reading me. And so, yeah, I do want to read what I spent my money on. Anyway, so that's it. I'm getting ready to head out the door, and I will see you in the next clip.
Oh, how you doing?
Good.
Can I have a name for you?
Can I get a frosted coffee?
Yes, ma'am. All right.
That'll be it.
Frosted coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go for it, sweetie. You gotta make sure it's the right car.
Yeah, that's.
All right, you all set.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey y'all, welcome back. It's a few days later from my last clip, and I thought I would do a little bit of filming. It's a little later on in the afternoon, but it is nice weather today. It's been rainy for the past, I would say, on and off for the past 2 weeks, but today is a nice day. So I thought I would get out, even though it's later in the afternoon, and do about 3 miles. So I did get a notice from my library that I do have some books that are overdue, 3 of them. I was able to renew all the other ones, and I think this month I'm going to be focusing on my library books because I have about 10 checked out, minus these 3, so that's 7 books. I am holding on to one, which is this book right here. It's a thriller. I really want to read that book. Someone else is waiting for that book. I know that's a little selfish of me, but I'm going to hopefully read that in the next few days, and then I will take it back. I normally don't do this. Generally, I take them back before they're even due, but there's like 3 or 4 people or something like that is waiting for this book. So I'm going to try to get to that within the next 2 days and read it and then take it back. So the books that I am taking back are, I'm choosing to take this one back because a viewer recommended this book or said she was reading this book, and so I want to get into contemporary romances. I'm not sure about this author. I've never read anything from Lauren Asher before, but this one is a chunker, and I think it's part of a series. I just randomly grabbed it without doing my due diligence, so I'm choosing to take this one back, and this one is Love Unwritten by Lauren Asher. So I'm going to take that back, and then I am taking back this one without reading it. This one is Skin and Bones by Renee Watson. I really want to read this book. I'm still excited about it, but it's overdue, and so hopefully I'll be able to recheck this one out. And then lastly, I was hoping to read this one. This is Pachinko by Min Jin Lee. I wanted to get this one because it's historical fiction about a different culture other than what I normally read, which is typically African American culture, historical fiction. I heard this one is pretty good, but I'm going to go ahead and give this one back because there is like 2 people waiting for it, and it is kind of thick, so I probably won't be getting to this. It's like almost 500 pages, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this back. Anyway, so I am at the park. It's late in the afternoon. The weather is nice today, so I'll probably walk 3 miles and then go home and relax. I am currently reading, girl, your memory just goes down when you get older. I am reading, what's his name? Daniel Black. And y'all, I am loving that book. Now, I can't lie to you, that is a very, very hard read. But when I tell you, it's making me want to, I'm reading on my Kindle, so I'm not flipping actual pages, but it makes me want to keep doing this with the Kindle. It is difficult. It's very difficult, but it's also something about the book that is igniting me inside. But anyway, so I'm gonna get out of this hot car and go for my walk, and then I'm going to take my library books back, and then you'll probably just see me reading on my Kindle. So it is a couple of days later, and I am sitting in my reading chair. I love this chair. I've been sitting in it a lot to read lately. This chair is missing one thing. If it only had like a place for my Stanley Cup somewhere on here, it would be perfect. That it does have like 2 compartments on each side that I keep my like books and Kindle in, so when I'm ready to read, I can just get it from out of here. That way it's not going to get lost in my house or anything like that. So let me show you guys what I am currently reading. I am currently reading the book that I said I was going to start, which is Count My Lies. This is by Sophie Stava. Never heard of this author before. However, y'all, I'm only on chapter, well, actually, I just started the book today. I finished chapter 1, and based on chapter 1, I think if I was just doing a first impressions, what the rating might be, it's going to be a high one, at least a 4. I consider a really excellent book, something I would really recommend. A 4. Anything below a 4 is just okay. Some parts of it didn't quite work for me, other parts did, but based on chapter 1, I think it's going to be a 4. So this one, it says a page turner. I would definitely say it is. It's not really starting off slow. It's kind of like building up to getting to know the main character. And the main character, what is her real name? Sloane. The main character, her name is Sloane, but in the first chapter, she encounters 2 people. I'm not going to give the book away. She encounters 2 people, and she's basically a liar. So she ends up finding them in a situation that's kind of distressful to them, and she comes to the rescue and ends up lying and saying that she works in a particular profession that she doesn't, I guess, to boost her ego, or like she knows what she's talking about. So that's how this chapter started, and it's very captivating, I would say. Definitely looking forward to reading this one. This one was a part of Good Morning America's book club, and this one just recently came out. Based on the first chapter, I'll let you know more later on how I feel about it. I think I'm going to do a video sharing more about the book and what I thought about the book after I finish the book. And then I'm continuing to read The Coming by Daniel Black, and like I said in the last clip, this is definitely going to be a 5-star read. So far, I loved Perfect Peace. I'm loving this book. It's definitely worth the read. I will talk more about it in another video. I don't want to say too much about these books in this particular video.
Just sit back, relax,
Okay, so I am back. I'm in my bathroom. Decided it was time to get up and get moving because all I've been doing pretty much is kind of recovering from like my work week or whatever. Today, like I said, is a day off, and I spent the majority of the time just kind of like coming down from working. I did a little bit of cleaning. Of course, you saw me reading, and I did about 2 hours of that. Maybe 1.5 hours, not quite 2. So now I'm just gonna head out for the day. I decided to go and get my nails done. I don't know if I mentioned in a prior video, I do not trust anybody, especially the people in the nail salon, to do my nails because I had a really bad experience a couple of years ago, and since then I have been able to do my own nails, grow my nails to like long lengths. My nails are finally starting to grow because they kind of broke off after the move I had, and I haven't really been taking care of them. But when I start taking care of my nails, like keeping up with like the maintenance of having healthy nails, like taking care of my cuticles and things like that, my nails really start to grow, and they're starting to grow back. So I've got a little bit of length on them. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but they're starting to grow. However, I think I need a professional manicure, and I do go to the nail salon once, maybe every 3 to 6 months to have a manicure. And because I don't feel like going through the motions of doing my own gel manicure, I can do my own gel manicure. I taught myself. I am going to get my nails done, but I'm going to let them do it at the nail salon, but I'm going to make sure I ask for an experienced person that knows what they're doing. They might not still know what they're doing, but I'm going to allow, because I do allow them to do like a gel manicure once every blue moon. So I don't feel like doing it myself. So I'm gonna go and have somebody else to do my nails. And then afterwards, I've got to drop off my overdue library books because I tried to do it before, but they had the little return box closed off, so I couldn't do that. So my lazy behind, I have not taken a shower, and it's like 3 o'clock because I've just been laying around the house. So I'm gonna take a shower, and then I'm going to head out to get my nails done.
Change is gonna come for me if I just sit back, relax and breathe. Life won't pass me by. Life won't pass me by. Even when the road gets dark, even when life gets hard.
Okay, so I've made it back home. I've showered, put on my loungy or night clothes. I've already started reading my book, Count My Lies. I don't think I've read the inside sleeve. So let me read to you what it's about and then give you an impression of what I have read so far. So it says Sloane Caraway is a liar. I've already said that she's a liar. Harmless lies, mostly to make her self-proclaimed sad little life a bit more interesting. So when Sloane sees a young girl in tears at the park one afternoon, she can't help herself. So I did describe like the first part of the book, like the introductory of the book. I didn't realize that this was on the sleeve. So it kind of tells that part. So I'll just read it. So it says she tells the little girl's very attractive dad that she's a nurse. Helps him pull a bee stinger from the child's foot. With this lie and chance encounter, Sloane becomes the nanny for the wealthy and privileged household of Jay and Violet Lockhart, the perfect New York couple with a brownstone, a daughter in private school, and summers on the Block Island. Maybe Sloane isn't the only one lying. All that's picture perfect harbors a much more dangerous truth. To say anything more is to spoil the most exciting, twisty, and bitingly smart suspense novel to come out in years. I don't know about that. Sometimes the sleeve or these blurbs, they be lying, okay? They be lying. Sometimes it's not even twisty. So far, it's not giving off or sending twisty vibes. It's kind of laying the foundation for who Sloane is, which is a liar, which I've said. So it starts off with her telling a lie for no good reason, probably because she met Sloane, who is a handsome 30-year-old, 30-something man. She comes to the rescue of him and his daughter, proclaiming or lying, saying that she's a nurse. Because of her being stung by a bee before, she knows exactly what to do, what to say to pull the stinger out, ice the little girl's foot. And so now she's like going to work, lied about this fake relationship that she has with this Jay in her head. She's also living vicariously through her clients. I won't go into detail because it doesn't say about where she works, but she's living vicariously through her rich clients and making up lies from things that they've told her to tell people to make her life sound interesting when she's having casual conversation with her coworkers and stuff like that. So that's all I have read. So far, it is a page turn. It's very interesting. It does make you want to know what's going to happen, because right now there's nothing really happening. Like I said, it's just kind of laying the groundwork and building up to the later part of the book about Jay, okay? So far so good. I've made it to chapter 4. That's only page 30. Hopefully I can finish this book by the time we go back to work. Can't find my bookmark, but we're on chapter 4. So we're reading that. So if you're interested in hearing my full thoughts after I finish this book, it will be in a separate video. And this is The Coming by Daniel Black. I'm on page 129. I'll probably try to get to 200. When I say this is also a page turner, it is. Most of these historical fiction books, I haven't read one book yet that aren't really page turners, just because it involves history. And I feel like this is a perfect book if you do not read nonfiction, because this is a fictionalized tale of the Middle Passage, but I'm sure most of the things that he's writing about have happened. I have not read a nonfiction of the Middle Passage. It probably is more brutal than this book, being how it's written. It's fiction. That I can just imagine it being just true facts about what happened, but I'm not exactly sure how that would be told, being that it's nonfiction. There's really wasn't anybody alive back then who's writing these books that would actually know what happened. You know what I mean? So I'm very curious about that part. I know that sounds crazy, but thinking about it, how would you write a nonfiction about the Middle Passage? And so that just makes me curious about how that would be written. So I'll probably do some research on that, and maybe in the future read a nonfiction about the Middle Passage. But for right now, this is sufficing. It does give off more than brutality, heartbreak, pain. But to hear more about my final thoughts about this one, this will be in a separate video along with the recent books that I have finished, probably in a Bookish Musings. Maybe I'll do at the end of the month. Yeah, at the end of the month. Anyway, so that's going to be the video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a heart emoji if you enjoyed this video. Leave your comments down below. I love engaging with you all. Thank you again, and I will see you in the next video.